Are you aware of what really happened to you?
No, I'm not.
Or can you talk about
I can talk about it, but I'm not aware of what really happened to me.
Yeah.
All I know is that I went to a friend's birthday party. I gave a friend a birthday party.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
You thought was your friend.
Well, we ain't even gonna touch on that.
Yeah.
I came home like I would normally do.
Tell you something. Your lawyers are about to have a whole lot to handle. I told you once and I'm going to tell you again. I'm not one of these new bitches to doing this, baby. I'm 14 years in. Been sued by some of the best. Okay, check my lawsuit record. Stayed in court with Sheree. Stayed in court with Chris Stokes. Stayed in court with XYZ Company. Stayed in court with Music Company. And I'm here to let you know, baby, it's going to take more than a little piece of statement on a lawyer's. It's going to take more than a little piece of statement on your lawyer's letterhead claiming rumors about an inappropriate relationship to scare me. Because if that's the term that we're going by, inappropriate relationship, the person is claiming that you had an inappropriate relationship. If that's the thing that we're hanging on to, then baby, you, Mr. Walker, you don't even want to waste your time sending me nothing on your fax paper because the relationship was extremely inappropriate.
Child, wanting to stand by Tamar Braxton has got to be one of the most exhausting jobs in the world because, yet again, Tamar has been caught in a lie. Ever since Tamar and Funky Dineva started bashing each other, people don't know who to believe because here is Tamar saying that she almost died and had to get surgery and hinting that Funky had something to do with it. Meanwhile, Funky is denying any and everything and warning Tamar not to speak on him if she doesn't want the internet knowing what really went down. Still, like Tamar typically does, she wanted some clout and went out again to get people on her side and throw shade at Funky. And as Funky warned, he came to end her, and baby, he came with receipts. And what Funky Dineva is claiming is pure insanity because according to Funky, it looks like Tamar's accident has everything to do with Mendeecees. Yep, Yandy's husband.
Part of the problem with this whole thing was, Tamar, is that I was never comfortable with the relationship that you and Mendeecees had in front of me, okay? All of that, you at the music video shoot in your booty shorts, sitting on top of him meeting us up at restaurants every time we met up, I was very uncomfortable with it. And if we gonna tell it, let's tell it all.
Just a few months ago, Tamar claimed that she woke up in a pool of blood with a couple of teeth missing and no recollection of what happened or who the culprit was. People thought that maybe Funky Dineva did something to her since he was with her the night before celebrating his birthday. People started dragging him, calling Funky Dineva a woman hater and a bad friend. And when he had asked Tamar to address it and tell people to leave him alone, she didn't because Tamar always likes the attention, whether it's positive or negative. In her opinion, there's no such thing as bad press. Funky defended himself and he said that he knew nothing about what happened to that lady that night.
I want to know what all the hell going on, bitch. I want to know what's going on too, bitch, okay? The lady got on the internet and said she almost died. Now listen, let me just go ahead and get this out the way, okay, before we even get to the top of the show. I don't know what happened to the lady. Okay, for those of y'all that don't know, I'm talking about Tamar Braxton. I don't know what happened to the lady.
But Tamar was basically treating Funky as if he was a bump in the road of her media attention. She kept throwing shade at him and insisting that she didn't need him for anything, while confirming that something did happen to her that night and that whatever happened to her required surgery.
I want him to tell his own story. You know, I don't really like telling people's story. You should ask Mendeecees.
Baby, Funky warned her again and again and again that if she didn't want the world to know the type of tea that he really had on her, that she needed to speak up and defend him because he wasn't someone that was going to run from a fight.
All I was asking was for you to go back to your stories and put, Funky Dineva didn't do anything to me, guys. I was resting. I should have said something earlier. That was all you had to do and it could have been done with on my end. Even in this very moment, that was all you had to do and it could have been done.
But apparently Tamar wanted to call Funky's bluff because maybe she thought that he was going to roll over and just let her have her way because she still brought up the issue months later after it stopped being a thing. She dropped by on the morning hustle with Laurel and she brought up her accident again. Now, Tamar didn't have to do this interview. She could have stayed home with her secrets and left the internet guessing. But she came on to answer the questions that were still up in the air about the whole incident.
Are you aware of what really happened to you?
No, I'm not.
Or can you talk about
I can talk about it, but I'm not aware of what really happened to me.
Yeah.
All I know is that I went to a friend's birthday party. I gave a friend a birthday party. Hello.
You thought was your friend.
Well, we ain't even gonna touch on that.
Yeah.
I came home like I would normally do.
Now, she never mentioned Funky Dineva by name, but we all knew who Tamar was referring to. She also made it seem as though he was this ungrateful friend that she threw a party for, only for him to turn around and hurt her. But Funky Dineva wasn't the only person Tamar talked about. When she was asked about what was going on between her and Mendeecees, she denied him so hard. You'd think that they had just shot a project together and that there was no personal relationship there.
No, to be honest, I barely even know him.
Okay.
To be honest, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're not like, we're cool,
Yeah.
but he's not like my homie. You know what I mean?
Right,
It's not
right.
like that. And he just got casted in a film.
And did she really say that she didn't know Mendeecees like that, yet got him to do a music video with her? When the interview dropped, people were already warning Tamar that Funky wasn't going to like the way she spoke on him and that she shouldn't play victim when he pops off on her. And when Funky caught wind of that, that was enough to set him off. And child, Funky kept his word when he said he was going to drag Tamar through the pits of hell and back if she ever so much as breathed in his direction. Girl, he said that the reason why he didn't follow Tamar back to her home was because she was already with a quote unquote friend that looked like he was going to take care of her, if you know what he means. And that friend was none other than Mendeecees, Miss Yandy Luther King's husband, okay?
I did not get out the car and go upstairs with Tamar when we got back to her house. Because after her and Mendeecees got through kissing in the back of that goddamn car, I figured they wanted to be up there privately. That is why when we got dropped off at Tamar's house, I did not go upstairs. I got in my damn car and went home because you was sitting on his lap in that goddamn Uber and y'all ass was kissing, okay? And the shit made me damn uncomfortable.
Apparently, Mendeecees and Tay-Tay were together the whole night and just stayed separate so that the cameras wouldn't catch them looking too comfortable with each other. But everyone around the V12 knew that they were together, and once the camera stopped rolling, the two of them were all over each other right in front of Funky. Tamar said that she didn't know that man, yet they kept making out the whole way to her house and eventually got together while Funky went home. But here's where things really get a little funny, because according to Funky, it wasn't only Tamar and Mendeecees that went back to her house. There was a third guy as well, and this was the same person that Tamar claimed found her unconscious. But Funky is saying that that man didn't just find her unconscious, and that this unnamed guy and Mendeecees might have left her that way when something went terribly wrong.
If anybody know who happened and what happened to your damn teeth, it's Mendeecees and his best friend, because they was the ones who went upstairs with you. Now, I don't know whether they was fucking your ass from the back and ran your head through the headboard or what, okay? But if anybody need to be investigated on what happened to you in your damn teeth, it need to be Mendeecees and his friend, because that's who went upstairs with you.
Now, speculations are running wild that the three of them got freaky together and things went south, which left Tamar injured. Some are saying that Mendeecees jumped her, and at this point, only Mendeecees and the other guy can confirm what actually happened.
About the whole thing was the fact that you don't get to go around and create media shitstorms that involve other people without their permission. That whole, my teeth fell out, and I don't know what happened. Tamar, like, sis. And then you had that Spanish lady make that video down in Miami lying. There is nobody who had the amount of mouth trauma that you had that healed that quickly.
Now, apparently Tamar has lawyered up against Funky and put out her own statement. She claimed that the rumors don't just affect her, but also the families involved, and that it's been hurtful to see the things being said about her online. She also made it clear that if the rumors kept going, then someone was going to have to take responsibility, and that we may see Tamar take Funky to court if he speaks on her again. But child, if you know anything about Funky, he is not letting this one go. After her statement came out, he came for Tamar yet again and said straight up that she's got to do more than that if she really wants to scare him.
And I knew that this is how you was gonna play it. So now we finna take it all the way back to the very beginning. I knew this was how you was gonna play it. And let's be very clear here. If y'all remember when the situation first broke, and about the whole mouth stuff, and I said, and the only reason you dropped that video is because, and I said, I ain't gonna do it to you. Y'all remember that? I said, and the only reason you dropped that music video real quick like this was because, and I said, I ain't even gonna do it. The reason you dropped that music video as quickly as you did is because people had spotted y'all ass, okay? Inappropriate relationship. Well, you tell me, Tamar, if it's appropriate or inappropriate when we're sitting at Roof Chris and he's rubbing in between your thighs, in between your dress.
And maybe this time around, Tamar has to just admit that she picked a fight that she can't win, because Funky is not afraid of a lawsuit. If anything, he's waiting for her to bring it so that he can lay her out for once and for all.
You know, me and her are just getting to know each other, and she got this stuff going on with Mendeecees, and she know I'm a YouTuber, and she know I'm a blogger, and I'm curious to know if she's doing all of this because she want me to go tell it. You know what I'm saying? And now that I look back at all of it, I really do feel like it was a scheme that you set up to put me in this position to do it.
And I know it's easy to say that Funky Dineva is lying or making things up or trying to throw her under the bus, but the way that he addressed things with a sort of I'm putting up with this BS attitude showed that he was not lying no matter what people thought of him afterwards.
Tamar, you gonna sit up in my face? You gonna sit up in my face with your 3 faces and tell me that you and Mendeecees did not have a conversation at that table in Roof Chris about him putting out a statement about him and Yandy not being together no more? We really gonna do that? And he said he did a version of the letter on ChatGPT. And then you started laughing back and was like, no, you gotta go back and rewrite it to kind of make it sound like it's you. We gonna say that didn't happen? We gonna say that didn't happen. We gonna sit up here and say, after he was digging in between your thighs at that Roof Chris, and he got up and went to the bathroom, that the conversation was, y'all, I can't. He's just my friend. He just my friend. I can't. I mean, and then I said, Tamar, ain't he married? He ain't married. They not married. They just do that for the show. They not married. That's what we gonna do?
And people are also on Funky's side, because this isn't the first time that Tamar has been caught fooling around with somebody's husband, yo. The way Funky Dineva just read Tamar Braxton into oblivion is insane. I love Tamar Braxton down, but this is the second time that I have heard of her messing with somebody's husband, and I don't like that, especially because she acts like that's so above her. First it was Jermaine Dupri's daddy, now Mendeecees. Tawanda was right. So that's why she was so hell-bent on making it seem like he was the bad guy. You've been sneaking and creeping with Yandy's husband. But I want to know what you guys think. Do you think that Tamar and Mendeecees really has something going on? Or were Funky Dineva's eyes deceiving him? Sound off in the comments and make sure you hit that like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Bye, baddies.